Hey everyone, Ben here, another issue of Under the Hat. Sorry I haven't been around in a while. I've had a bit of stuff going on, life happens and all that, and my attention's been elsewhere. But I wanted to pop in and make this quick video about a subject I feel has come up lately and is a very important issue. As far as authors go, whether you are, new to it, looking to publish your first, getting into it, thinking about getting into it, or no, you have a book or two under your belt. It applies to everyone with the thought and desire to write and put your work out there, which also can go as well for visual artists and not just writers or musicians, but pretty much anyone looking to do creative work and put it out there. And that lesson very simply is be receptive to constructive criticism. There's a lot of people out there that have been where you are and have done what you're doing, and they've learned a lot of hard-earned lessons along the way. And if they want to share that experience with you, you don't have to do everything they say, but at least take it into consideration without getting defensive, without getting butthurt about the whole thing. I'll tell you from my personal experience. When I first come out with, not come out with, this is before I came out with a book, but after I finish my first draft of Bannerman's, the Bannerman's Blade, I was really proud of myself. I really pulled it together. I wrote a book. I wrote a freaking book, and that's a cool thing to say. It all kind of started out as a bucket list kind of deal. I enjoyed the process. Wanted to pursue that further. But eventually, I did hire a professional, Christy Golden, New York Times bestseller, all kinds of Warcraft and Star Wars books, and yeah, she's been in the business for a bit, knows her way around, knows what she's doing. I happened to meet her at my local library, talked to her, and ended up hiring her to help me start editing, Bannerman's. And when I got the first bit of it back, there's red marks everywhere, and it was first looking at it without really thinking about it. It stung. Each of those little red lines or notes felt like another knife in me. Not fun. It sucked, but when I put aside my hurt feelings, went back and looked at it, and I realized she wasn't saying anything bad about my writing. She was offering a few tips on the technical part, things that it would be better to cut. In other words, just no way to make the story better and flow more smoothly. And I worked with Chrissy for a while on the Bannermans. She didn't edit the whole thing. She helped me edit the prologue and the first 4 chapters. And after that, I really studied the hell out of her notes, and I took off from there with it. And I'm far from perfect, but I definitely learned a lot working with her on that. And so yeah, if you do ask for feedback from other authors, of course take everything they say with a grain of salt, but at least consider it without getting defensive. Because I'll tell you, there was actually one young lady that wanted my opinion of her book. I tried reading through it. There was a lot of stuff that was throwing me off. And so I emailed her about it. Of course, she got defensive about it, and as soon as she got defensive with the whole thing, I washed my hands of it. Because, if I'm trying to be helpful to you and you're not being receptive, I'm not going to continue to try to help out. I think she may have just been looking for someone to kind of blow smoke up her rear, which I think is something that she had been used to getting from friends and family, and no one really sitting her down honestly and saying, look, you're having these flow issues, you're having these character issues, let's work on how to get past that and strengthen your work as a whole. So yeah, that was a while back, and probably I'd say last month, I left a review on her book because I had a whole stack of books, independent books. I read through some good, some bad. I thought I'd go ahead and leave postings for them all. Reviews. Hers definitely didn't get a strong review. There was a lot of technical things with it, and just read like bad fan fiction, to be honest. So I went ahead and I posted my review on that, and she came back with pretty much a ghosted Amazon account, of an Amazon account set with no activity on it, just to leave. Well, I don't know if it was the author herself or maybe someone connected to her doing it on her behalf, but yeah, left like just a nasty review of one of my books on my Amazon, which, I don't care. Love it, hate it, whatever. I'm writing this for me and for the people that enjoy it. So yeah, so it kind of struck me with the sheer pettiness of it all. Is she didn't like that I didn't have anything good to say about her book, or whoever connected with her didn't like it. So they set up this account and pretty much threw back at me what I said about her book, which, again, I don't care. I have people that enjoy my book. If you're not gonna be mature enough about it and don't try to go in and slander my reviews with a ghost account, and again, pretty much just throwing my words back at me, with a bit more anger and everything, and really just fixate on trying to tear down my work. No, that's your prerogative. That's up to you. But as far as it goes, I always try to encourage writers, artists, anyone of a creative nature, to take that advice with a grain of salt. To put your ego and your pride aside and try to learn something. Because as artists, as writers, as storytellers, as craftsmen, as anyone creative, we have to constantly strive to improve what we're doing. Not just so it is better, but so we become better. And I think that really marks the difference between someone that is going to go somewhere and someone that is just going to spin out. You have to be open, and you have to be willing to work and accept your flaws and how to work around them. But anyway, I've kind of rambled on for this now. I'm going to go ahead and log this out. Everyone, you have a great day. I will catch you next time, and be sure to like, subscribe, leave comments, check me out on Twitter, on Instagram, Facebook, all of those good social media outlets. Alright, been out. Have a good day. Bye.